the sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome in here, race fans, tonight to the Martinsville Speedway for the RS Button Boxes 150 here tonight for the Big Ten Super Series. I'm your host up here in the booth tonight. My name is Roger Muth. I'll be behind all the button pushing, commentating here from the famous Paperclip at Martinsville. This track broke ground in 1947 with the grand opening back in 1947. It hosts the likes of NASCAR Cup Series, NASCAR Xfinity Series, Truck Series, and the Whelen All-American Series. The super late models also start their season down here, and well, tonight these super late models are driven by some of the best talented drivers on the iRacing.com platform. We're going to see which one of these drivers tonight can put their name in the Big Ten Super Series record book for winning right here at the famous Paperclip at the Martinsville Speedway. Key points coming into the night, though, the man that is on the hot streak, Ryan Kuhn, comes into the night as the man that everybody is chasing. 4 for 4. 4 starts, 4 races, 4 wins. That's right, and he leads the points championship battle right now by 58 points over Caden Tufts. Then it's Thomas Bennett, Garrett Zacharias, Mark Keepman, your top 5. It's going to be Grant Thomas, Kyle Moores, Marco Ercolani sitting there at 8th, Kenny Zeems, and Jeremy Little, rounding out the top 10 in the points championship standings coming into the night. And right now, with qualifying being underway and under 2 minutes left in qualifying, it looks like the Right Go E-Performance Pole Award will go to Ryan Kuhn, but for how long? Because I was passed along a note. No matter where Ryan Kuhn starts tonight, I heard he accepted a challenge that was put out by some of the fellow competitors and Sandy Designs and the Triple L Motorsports. They challenged Ryan. No matter where he qualifies tonight, if he goes to the back of the field, well, he could pick up a $20 bonus here tonight if he comes from the final starting position on the grid to win here at Martinsville. Also, there's another key factor on the line here tonight at Martinsville. There's also been a challenge and a bounty set on Ryan Kuhn, and the first driver that can pick up a win, knocking Ryan Kuhn off the top of the mountain this season, will get next year's season entry paid for by the drivers. Well, we are about to find out if anybody can knock Ryan Kuhn off the top of that standing pylon that he has been on. It's been a roll. I was checking through the stats here before we came live, and he has led all but it looks like, I call it about 9 laps so far this season. So will he keep that hot streak going? Race fans, we thank you for all tuning in here tonight to the Martinsville Speedway here tonight to watch the RS Button Boxes 150 for the Big Ten Super Series right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We're getting ready to go 150 laps here from this speedway, and it looks like 11 drivers have turned in a qualifying attempt here tonight. It looks like 15 drivers have made the tow here to Virginia. So we are ready to go racing as Ryan Kuhn will nab the Right Go E-Performance Pole Award here tonight. He has picked up another pole award. We'll see if he's going to start there, though, as we should be seeing him drop to the back here tonight. Let's take a look at your starting lineup here tonight for tonight's RS Button Boxes 150. This is your starting lineup. Scheduled to roll off P number 1 here tonight. It's the driver of that number 72. It's Ryan Kuhn. His outside, driving car number 88. This is going to be Caden Tufts. P number 3 tonight goes to the car 54. It's the Keatman Performance entry. This is Mark Keatman. Kenny Zeems out of New York, driving the number 90 McConey Setup Shop entry, will go 4th on the starting lineup tonight. Then it'll be the MK Performance. That's the Mark Keatman Performance, number 71 of Garrett Zacharias. Starting to his outside, out of New York, driving car number 60, it's Matt Zaccardo. Starting in position 7, driving car number 41, it's the man Marco Ercolani. And of course, starting back into the 8th position here tonight, back to give it another whirl, it's the number 23 of Nicholas Weatherby. Driving car number 55 for the Triple L Motorsports, it's the RS Button Box Right Go E-Performance, number 55 of Jeremy Little. Timmy Catalino making his start here tonight out of New York, driving car number 56. Brad Carpenter will roll off from the 11th starting position here tonight, and Thomas Bennett in car 33 rolls off 12. That's your top 12 starting drivers here tonight. Back into the 13th position, that is Race Control, the Triple Nines of Chris Vale. We thank him for his continued support here with the Big Ten Super Series. Starting 13th then officially will be Hayden Cobb, and starting shotgun to the field, it's the Cole World Racing, number 24 of Josh Cole. That is your 15-14 now car starting lineup here tonight as we get ready to go racing. There's your starters on the grid here tonight. It actually looks like we're going to have one driver scratched from our starting lineup here tonight. It looks like car number 24 of Josh Cole will not make the call to the grid. So as he won't make the call to the grid, his other competitors, 13 drivers will. And there you see the 72 of Ryan Kuhn. He will drop down to the bottom side of the speedway. He will take that challenge from Sandy Designs of the Triple L Motorsports. Ryan Kuhn will go to the back of the field here tonight and see if he can bring that 72 back to the front here and see if he can pick up another win. We're keeping an eye on that 72, so move the inside lane up all one, so Keatman will start in that pole position with the Sigma. Keatman Motorsports, number 54, he'll start right along Caden Tufts in the 88. I don't know about you race fans, but I've been waiting all week. Last week we had the week off for Memorial Day. We hope everybody enjoyed their little bit of what we're calling a holiday, but We're back into the office here tonight to do battle. It's the RS Button Box 150 here tonight for the Big Ten Super Series. Will we have a new winner? Will we see Ryan Kuhn come from the back to the front and win again? We're all about to find out as we get ready to go racing here from the famous paperclip at the Martinsville Speedway. We are officially underway here tonight. Everybody down and away with a great start. It'll be Mark Keatman. He'll lead down the back straightaway down into turn number 3, looking to complete the first lap here tonight. Big trouble towards the back of the field. Couple of them piled up. Yellow flag is out here as 3 cars come to a complete stop, and Ryan Kuhn is involved in this one. He has some nose damage to the number 72. We'll have to see how much damage is actually done to Ryan Kuhn as we're waiting to see what the replay has to show. Looks like a handful of drivers all wrapped up in this one. Looks like Carpenter, Cobb, Kuhn, and possibly Bennett all have a little bit of battle woundage. Take the look back here and see if we can find out what happened. There's Carpenter in the 31 entry down to the bottom side of the speedway. Oh, he gets a little help. Ryan Kuhn goes to slope, and he just barely slows up. That's car 112 of Hayden Cobb. He's the other driver that got involved there. Right on board with the RS Button Box's onboard camera. Just lifting the Bob's Pet and Pond entry up of Carpenter, and Carpenter into the outside wall. Check it out from the Johnson's chassis on board with Ryan Kuhn. Just a little bit of a nudge there to that Harbor Freight 112. Ryan Kuhn, Brad Carpenter, and Thomas Bennett have all been down on pit road. There you see the number 33 of Thomas Bennett. He made his pit stop and came back out onto the raceway. The unsponsored 33 here having himself a great season so far in the opening season here for the Big Ten Super Series. Thomas, of course, coming in third in that championship point. 98 points out of the lead that Ryan Kuhn currently hangs on to here tonight. See if he can close the gap. Of course, Kuhn's going to start right behind him. He will be back there with Thomas. It looks like Kuhn will start back into that 13th position tonight. On the restart, of course. No big movers or shakers just yet, as we're going to re-rack them, restack, and we should see the iRacing.com pace car lights go out this time by, as it looks like we're taking at least another trip. Are you in the market, though, for one of those button boxes that you always hear about that these iRacing drivers have? Well, look no further. We have a solution for your problem. Head on over to RS Button Boxes on Facebook here today. Get a custom button box made to your standards. You want a starter, you want the ignition to feel like you're in behind one of the wheels of these super late models. Flip the ignition, flip the starter, and hear them roar. RS Button Boxes can get that done for you. You need some micro-programmed keys on that button box. Don't worry, if you need 2, 3, 4, even 10 buttons, our friends over at RS Button Boxes has you covered. Make sure to hit them up today and tell them that the Big Ten Super Series sent you their way. This time, the iRacing.com pace car lights do go out, and it looks like we are in the single file formation, as we were unable to get one completed lap of green flag in the book, so we will go single file and see if we can knock some laps down here tonight. 150 laps, remember, is the scheduled distance here, as Mark Keatman will set the pace here. Nobody out in front of him. Driver out of North Carolina going to be trying to set sail on these guys. Look at Caden Tuss right there up underneath him. Now we fire it off. Here we go. Green flag's back into the air. As they come off turn number 2, it's going to be down and away here for Keatman. He's going to try and leave everybody else sitting back into the dust here. Here comes the Camping World number 23. This is Nicholas Weatherby trying to work to the inside of the speedway here on Matt Zaccardo. He should be able to make the pass. Now here it comes. Timmy Catalino, he's going to try and also make the move in the 54. And boy, everybody must smell blood in the water. Here comes Cobb. Cobb went right down onto that yellow rumble strip down there. Red and white down here on turns 3 and 4. That curbing down there is not anybody's friend. You do not want to be down there. Cobb was able to hang on to it, so was Zaccardo. So everybody able to just kind of bite their time right now. Ryan Kuhn has only picked up one spot since the restart. Here he comes looking to the inside here on Thomas Bennett. Bennett going to give the opening down to the bottom side of the speedway. He will let the 72 of Ryan Kuhn just step on through the doorway. With 10 laps already in the books, working lap number 11, Mark Keatman is your race leader so far. Keatman comes into tonight's race with just 10 laps led all season long. Well, he has already matched that now and is looking to double it up here tonight. He has pulled out to about 0.8 of a second gap over car number 88 of Caden Tufts. Back here running in P number 2. Garrett Zacharias right now is P3 and sitting back into the 4th spot right where he started here tonight. Ken Zeems in the number 90, the driver out of New York. Ken has made all 4 starts this season. Coming home with a 9th, a 5th, a 19th back at Lucas Oil, and a 15th. What a car down to the inside wall there. I believe that's the 60 of Matt Zaccardo. Matt Zaccardo went dead left off turn number 2, scraped it up against the inside wall. Did hammer back into it and keep it going, but boy, is he going to lose a lot of positions. Down 7 spots now here as we watch the battle right ahead of him. The number 31 of Carpenter looking to the inside here on the 33 of Thomas Bennett. Bennett not having a good go of it here in the opening half of this one. So a very long race here tonight at Martinsville. Anything could happen. Jeremy Little getting passed up also here on the speedway. There goes Nicholas Weatherby. He is moving in the right direction. Jeremy Little has picked up 2 spots right now, but he rides right in between the 23 of Weatherby and the 56 of Catalino. Drivers are settling into a good run. Some drivers are being able to make that inside lane work here tonight. We have not seen anybody go to the outside, but will we see it? Because here is the 72 of Ryan Kuhn. He has now caught the back of Hayden Cobb in the Harbor Freight number 112 entry. There you see one driver up there. That's the 55 of Jeremy Little. The RS Button Box's entry up out of the groove down in turn 1 and 2. He was able to get back down for the time being. Jeremy Little trying to ride, kind of diamond it off here maybe a little bit, but not quite working because here comes Timmy Catalino. He is now going to work to the inside. Not going to be able to get it done, though. Little's going to slam the door, and that 56 is going to have to ride there for the time being. Jeremy Little very ginger on the throttle out of the corners, maybe trying to save a little bit of that tire. Here comes Ryan Kuhn now to the inside on Cobb. He'll open up the door. He'll step through again, move Cobb down a spot. Ryan Kuhn looking to take that one. So Ryan Kuhn working his way through the field here, and Timmy also making his 56 known here tonight. So Timmy looking to pick up that spot from Jeremy Little. He will officially clear now. Now it's going to be Ryan Kuhn's turn. So now Timmy Catalino can set sail. One car a little bit out of shape. That was Matt Zaccardo once again out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, he was sideways. Keatman still out front. Tufts, Zacharias still 1, 2, and 3 on the running order. Kuhn is able to pick off another. He is now up to 7th here on lap number 21. Your race leader, though, is checked out a little bit. You can find him about 7 seconds up the street. Mark Keatman leading, has doubled now his laps, tripled his laps that he has led so far this season. There you see your race leader coming across the Stripe Hill lead. Lap number 22 already out of the 150 scheduled here tonight for the RS Button Boxes 150 right here from the Martinsville Speedway. You are watching the Big Ten Super Series right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, and we appreciate each and every one of you is tuning in here tonight to catch some of the Big Ten Super Series racing One caution flag flying on lap number 1. Since then, we have been clean green as there's another pass. Passing our opportunities are plentiful here tonight as the 33 of Thomas Bennett headed in the right direction. Jeremy Little, for some reason, has started to fall back here on this opening run. His RS Button Box's Ryko E-Performance, number 55, looks like it is starting to fade. He has now fallen back 3 spots since the start of this race. At one point, he was plus 3 spots up inside the top 10. But since we've been running here, now he has started to fall back a little bit on the long run. You also got to think a long race, 150 laps here from the Martinsville Speedway tonight. You do have to conserve a little bit of these tires as, oh, trouble! Trouble, the 31 of Carpenter. Around. The 31 of Carpenter went around. The 33 of Bennett looks like he had just missed as the caution flag is going to fly here. A couple drivers getting together. The independent racer, the Bob's Pet and Pond, number 31. Gonna get wrapped up in this one. See if we can go back and watch this here, if we have a great angle tonight. They see a little help from the 33, and Jeremy Little with absolutely nowhere to go. See if the 33 helps out that 31, or if Carpenter, oh yeah, just a little tap there to the back bumper. Right on board here. Right on board with Thomas Bennett. Looks like he just rolled the center a little bit better than Carpenter, and oh boy, nowhere to go for Jeremy Little. So that'll bring out our second caution flag here of the night. It does look like all drivers were able to pull away from the incident here. As you see, all 3 of those drivers, Thomas Bennett, Brad Carpenter, Jeremy Little, and actually Matt Zaccardo is going to come to pit road too. Remember, he was into the outside or inside wall at one point off of turn number 2. So he'll come down and try and get the left front of that late model fixed up, see if they can put some bare bond on it or what they can do to try and get this car a little bit aerodynamic friendly. Because these long straightaways here at Martinsville, I wanted to say Bristol, but we're not quite there just yet. Here at Martinsville, these straightaways are very long, and it does take a little draft with these super late models, so every little aerodynamic flaw in the car is going to hurt. Driver coming back out here. It does look like the Bob's Pet and Pond, number 31 of Brad Carpenter, will be able to come back out onto the speedway. He will stay on the lead lap. Looks like Thomas Bennett, Jeremy Little also done with their stop down on pit road. So they will return to the racing action. "29 laps completed here tonight. And while we have time here under this caution flag, we got to not only thank all of you viewers for tuning in here tonight to watch your favorite driver of the Big Ten Super Series. We got to also give a shout-out to our good friend Al Smith. Of course, Al usually up here in the booth with us tonight on Sundays to bring you all the action for the Big Ten Super Series. Fortunately, Al experiencing a power outage. He says he is watching out there. He is watching from his car with the AC on because the power is out in the house, and it is extremely hot in New York here tonight. So, unfortunately, Al losing power, not being able to be with us, but we are thinking about you, Al. We hope you don't sweat too much. We know these drivers are sweating here tonight at the virtual Martinsville Speedway. Do a little house cleaning here. There's the number 72 of Ryan Kuhn. He'll start to the inside. He has now picked up, looks like 7 spots. He's now running into position number 7. So his back-to-front challenge still alive with a little nose crinkled up as the green flag flies. Everybody going to barrel it down into the corner. Keatman has got away. He has hold on to that P number 1, but here comes Zacharias. Garrett Zacharias around the 88 of Caden Tuss. Couple of them getting together. I believe that was the 112 there of Hayden Cobb. Cobb going to go up the speedway. Now here comes the 72 of Ryan Kuhn to the inside of that number 41 of Marco Mario Ercolani. Ercolani going to hold the outside lane there. One driver still stuck to the outside. That is Catalino. So Timmy right now, the only driver. Oh, one of them onto the curb there. That was Hayden Cobb in car number 112. That Harbor Freight sponsored entry. Was down on the curb, and we said it before, that is not where you want to go. You don't want to be down on the curb. Looking back here from the race leader, Mark Keatman doing exactly what he needs to do, but he's got the young gun of Garrett Zacharias back there. We got the crew chief versus driver. Running 1 and 2. Both drivers racing for the same team on the virtual iRacing.com platform. One driver out of shape coming out of turn number 2. That was driver 88 there. Driver out of Canada, Caden Tufts. Races Bandoleros up north. If you haven't gone to the racetrack and seen Bandoleros run, they are some of the, I'm going to say, a lot of guys say it's where you start out in racing if you want an oval career. Well, I'm saying that's probably one of the most difficult, most competitive starter series I've ever seen or watched. I've had the pleasure of watching them one time here in Pennsylvania at our local track, and boy, do those guys like to beat, bang, and rub on each other for every spot. Caden having to use all his real-world experience here on the iRacing.com platform. Right now, he's being able to hold on to P number 3. He has one of the top 3 fastest times of the race. He actually has the second fastest time. The only fastest time is going to his teammate, the number 54 of Mark Keatman. Kenny Zeems has been able to hold serve, and Ryan Kuhn is coming, so these drivers have to be fearful because we're not quite to the halfway point, and Ryan Kuhn has worked his way halfway through the field here now tonight. Driver out of New England is coming for the front runners tonight. 31 of Carpenter has been able to pick up a couple spots since we went back racing here. Been able to pick one up from the 41 of Ercolani and Catalino. Zaccardo is still out onto the raceway. He's running in 13th position. Jeremy Little is running 12th currently on the timing and scoring. You do see a little bit of damage fixed on that 61. His crew was able to jump up and down on it. Straighten it out, smooth it out as best they could during that pit cycle. See if he can make up a couple spots. Jeremy Little was up the track there just a little out of the groove. These two guys are going at it. A little bumper tag there from the 33 of Thomas Bennett right into the back of the 31 of Carpenter. Everybody really started to spread themselves out except for a couple of these drivers up here. Garrett Zacharias having a little connection issue, but the 88 of Tuss is right there, and so was Zeems. Coons is coming. 4 cars kind of linked together here, putting the train on around the speedway. That has got to be one of the scariest things when you're a driver here on iRacing. Let's ride on board here. This is the helmet perspective here, riding with Caden Tuss. Watch that 71 if he has that internet connection issue again, and just see how hard it is for Caden to judge the distance or where that car is actually going to wind up back on track. The reason we see some of these cars blinking in and out here on iRacing tonight are, well, because this is, see the blink there from the 71 of Zacharias? Caden just doesn't quite know where he's going to be on track. But all these drivers are sitting at home or in their race shops or wherever they are. They are virtually logged in via the internet. So, just for example, as you see the 88 of Caden Tusk move down to the inside here on Garrett Zacharias, Caden is out there from Halifax, Canada. Well, his internet connection has to come all the way back here to New England in the United States, and then Zacharias, who's located in western New York, has to ping also to the same server in New England, and then it has to go all the way back over to Halifax before Caden knows where he is. So you just don't know in that split second where that next driver is going to end up or where he's going to be. It's kind of a judgment call, and you don't want to be the driver that gets into a driver, but you also don't want to be the driver that's blinking on the speedway. You did see Garrett Zacharias move up the speedway out of Caden's way, and he did funnel back to the tail end of this group here. But while that was happening, that is allowing Nicholas Weatherby, and that's the 112 entry of Hayden Cobb, start to make their way back up to these drivers that are all battling for for second, third, fourth, and fifth. It's going to be sixth and seventh. It's going to be all these drivers under a blanket. Little battle back here going on. That's the 33 of Bennett. As here comes the 56 of Timmy Catalino. He'll work the inside of the speedway, not quite able to get underneath that 33 entry. So for the time being, Thomas Bennett will hold on to his entry. I'm being told something happened to Carpenter. Brad Carpenter had some issues in the Bob's Pet and Pond Independent Racing number 31. But it does look like Carpenter was able to gather it up and keep the car going. I'm being told he hit the inside retaining wall and bounced off it. That Ford Fusion front end just kind of sprung back out. Some very tough cars here tonight. As you see, Carpenter a little accelerator happy. Car got a little tight off corner number 2. He just went up there and scraped the wall just a little bit. Right on board here with our Karma Salon and Day Spa on board camera. Keatman out Sunday evening here getting his hair and nails done so far. Nobody has had anything for car 54 so far. He has led all the laps out front. Remember, he was scheduled to start back in P number 3, but because of Ryan Kuhn dropping to the back of the field here tonight to take that back-to-front challenge tonight issued by Sandy Designs and Triple L Motorsports, he kind of was virtually handed that spot, as now it does look like Ryan Kuhn just quickly made quick work there to get around Ken Zeems. So Ken Zeems falls back another spot. He'll pick back to the 4th spot where he started tonight. It's not quite halfway yet, and Ryan Kuhn is coming, but now his toughest competitors, the two that are battling him in the points championship battle, are out in front of him. I say two, as it's more like the top 5 that are battling Ryan Kuhn. You just never know which one of these drivers are going to step up any given week. That's why we put him out here onto the track. We don't just go by the statistics and say, this guy is going to win the race. Well, we put him on the track and we let him put the gloves on and duke it out. Right now, Keatman says, I have the best gloves, as here's a swap for position. Looks like Zaccardo going to get around car 56 of Catalino. So Timmy has fallen back a couple spots. Of course, he is making his first start of the season. So it's always good to see new drivers come into the series or pick up, as all these drivers did have to pre-register for this series before the season started, and we do know life does happen and it gets in the way. I mean, I did have to miss the first couple weeks here for the Big Ten Super Series, and we apologize for that once again, but we're back in action here, and it's good to see Timmy making his first start of the season with these drivers. And, well, he probably would have liked the better spot because, well, Martinsville isn't the greatest track. It's one of the toughest tracks for these drivers because a lot of times it's all around the bottom. You just got to be smooth and wait for it. There you see what 1.7 seconds looks like in a deficit between first to second. And our RS Button Box's onboard camera shows you what it looks like from second to third. Ryan Kuhn all over the back end of Caden says he's trying to set him up, trying to use different lines all around the speedway. You know, you're not going to rattle somebody like Caden. Caden is an experienced veteran here on iRacing. Of course, so is Ryan Kuhn. Both drivers having real-world experience. Bandoleros for Caden, of course, late models for Ryan Kuhn up north, and of course, Kenny Zeems having some experience, and here Zacharias, Mark Keatman being the crew chief up there. So the top 5 all having real-world experience, either behind the wheel or calling it from the top of the box. Here, a little bit of wheel spin that time from Caden off the corner. He's trying to hold that 72 behind him. He does not want to see Ryan Kuhn get around him. Good close battle there. You see just about a nose the difference. Ryan Kuhn that time steps out of line just a little bit with that Camry. He'll funnel it back in, see if he can get the power down this time out of the corner. Real nice and steady for both drivers. Kenny Zeems a little bit of a wiggle, and you see everybody starting to pull away now. There you see the driver that is running in 6th. Remember, Hayden Cobb did work his way back through the field here. He was right behind Zacharias for a while. He was also bringing Thomas Bennett along with him. Now Thomas Bennett has started to fade here as we close in on the halfway point tonight here from the Martinsville Speedway. Now we have some upcoming events coming up here for the Big Ten Super Series. Tonight we're here at the Martinsville Speedway. Next week on the 13th we will head to Rockingham. And you heard me make the mistake and start to say Bristol. Well, it is coming. It is on the schedule. On the 27th here of June, you're going to be able to catch these drivers from the Bristol Motor Speedway. Caution out onto the speedway, though. It does look like car 60. Correction, car 56 of Catalino has gone around, bringing out our third caution flag here of the evening. And as we wait for the truck to cue that one up, we do have a throwback race coming up just next month on the 11th. We're headed to the North Wilkesboro Speedway for a little throwback racing action before we head to the fairgrounds of Nashville, before we wind down the season for season number 1 from the Five Flags Speedway down in Pensacola, Florida. That will be championship night on July 25th. Those are your upcoming races here for the Big Ten Super Series. But let's take a look back here and see what happened to the Catalino 56. Comes up off the corner, gasses it up, and oh boy, right ahead of the leader. So Catalino sideways, comes to a rest at the start-finish line. Right on board. Here with our Johnson's chassis onboard camera here with your leader of Keatman. This is exactly what he saw. Off the throttle and had to make a split decision of which way was he going to go. So that's what brings out our third caution flag of the evening. There you see two drivers down on pit road. It's going to be the 56 of Catalino. It looks like the 33 also of Thomas Bennett is down on pit road. Something happened to Nicholas Weatherby a little while ago. It looks like he has, unfortunately, dropped connection here with our iRacing.com server. So the driver of the number 23 out of New York was making up a lot of ground. And now it seems like he is, unfortunately, out of this one. There's the driver that started out back, Ryan Kuhn. He's into P number 3. So if you're a Ryan Kuhn fan, he is on the hunt now. And if you're a Mark Geetman fan, you got to worry. Does he have enough to hold off that 72? Because Kuhn's got to start to the inside, so he'll start right behind the 54 of Keatman. It's going to put Caden Tufts to the outside, and Caden's been restarting outside all night long in car 88. He did set the second fastest time in our qualifying session. So Caden trying to clean the tires off that 88 so he can get a good launch on the outside and possibly pull even with Keatman down into the corner. Does look like the iRacing.com pace car lights do go out on that Ford Mustang, so we will get that car off the speedway and we will get back to racing. Working closer to that halfway point here tonight on lap number 75. Come back down here, and here we go. Green flags waving once again, and a great start there by Keatman, and a great start by Caden Tufts. He'll be able to tuck down and line. Oh, one of them going to get bumped up out of the groove. That's the 90 of Ken Zeems, and actually that was by, I believe that was by the Cobb entry. And Cobb went up the speedway also, so both drivers losing a bunch of ground. Ken Zeems is running into the 5th position. Hayden Cobb was right behind him. Cobb's now going to be running 7th, and Ken Zeems all the way back to the 9th spot. So Ken's going to have to cool the tires off. Oh, sideways for car 56. Catalino was a little sideways, and it's going to check up a couple drivers behind him. That's the 55 of Jeremy Little had to get off the gas. The 60 of Zaccardo also having to jump out of the gas. Oh, now one driver up into the outside wall. Car 112. Driver scattering. That was the 112 of Hayden Cobb up into the outside. Well, they're going to go 3 wide now. It looks like Cobb may be down on power. Jeremy Little trying to find his way around the wounded 112 entry. Let's see. This is what actually gets the 112 out of shape, I believe, as he gets up to the outside lane here. Oh, there you see a little bump. And the 112 holds the spot, and right there, him and Carpenter get together off the corner, and everybody, look at the 56 of Catalina, have to lock up the tires, and then Carpenter trying to find his way around. Everybody was able to keep it going, so we stay green flag racing, 1 lap from halfway. Next time by will be the halfway marker here tonight in the RS Button Boxes 150 for the Big Ten Super Series here from the Martinsville Speedway. Keatman looking to lead at the halfway point home tonight. He has led every lap, but boy, does he have challengers out the backside. There's Tufts, there's Kuhn, there's Zacharias. Your top 4 have started to pull away. Mario Ercolani is back there running into the 5th position. He is having himself a good run. 1 driver out of line. That's going to be the 71 of Zacharias. He'll tuck it back in line. A little bit too much right foot that time out of turn number 2. These drivers all battling just inside the top 10 right now. There you see Carpenter. There you see Jeremy Little. Zaccardo and Cobb is still out onto the speedway, but he has fallen back from where he was at one point inside the top 5. Now all the way back to the 11th position. Catalino still out there. He is currently 1 lap down to the race leader. He is the only driver that is 1 lap down. Weatherby has fallen out of the race here tonight at Martinsville Speedway, where Josh Cole did not start tonight's race. He had some computer issues, so he did not take the green flag here tonight. He will be credited with a 14th place finish for showing up here to the Martinsville Speedway and unfortunately not able to take the grid. You just saw Jeremy Little pick up a position there from the 31 of Carpenter. So it'll bump Carpenter back to P number 9, currently sitting on our timing and scoring. And, well, Mark Keatman pulling away, but boy, does Caden have his hands full because Zacharias wants to go in his 71. That 72 of Ryan Kuhn, he really wants to go up there and see what Mark Keatman has. They just cannot get around the 88 of Caden Tuss. Right now, he is holding up the 72 and the 71. And the 33 of Thomas Bennett is starting to close in. So it's past halfway. And if you asked any of these drivers, it is time. Time to go. If you have anything left in the tank, it's now or never to start to use it. Our RS button box's onboard camera facing backwards, really able to show how well that 72 of Ryan Kuhn is able to hold a groove and hold his line. But man, look at who has now joined the party. Here is the 33 of Thomas Bennett. 4 cars battling for that position. Oh, Thomas Bennett right now, he had to overdrive that corner. I think he got a little scared, a little worried where the 71 was going to be. He's also using that technique where you enter high, you stay high, and then you try to cut it down, get the momentum from that high side for these straightaways. See a little bit of another blink there from the 71. Right on board with Ryan Kuhn. A little bit of a scrape on the wall there for the 71. Now Ryan Kuhn has the inside advantage here. Caden Tufts left the inside open. Here comes the 72. Kuhn will pick up second as Caden Tufts is now stuck to the outside. He's going to have Garrett Zacharias down to the inside of the speedway. Keatman right now halfway home has a 1.1 second gap over second place. Caden Tufts will fall back in line there. He gets back down to the bottom side of the speedway right behind Zacharias. So move Caden from P2 now to P number 4, but he's under attack. Here comes the 33, and some wheel hop down into the corner. Wheel hop by the 88 of Caden Tuss. Did he have some marbles on the tires of that 88 here tonight? Because they do build up to the outside groove here at Martinsville. More wheel hop. More wheel hop there for Caden. Now, sideways for the 71 of Zacharias. The 33 was sideways chain reaction. Caden Tuss just get into the back of the 33 of Bennett. All three of those drivers will hang on. But now they lost valuable time to Ryan Kuhn because, boy, Kuhn now opened up exactly the same distance that he had between him and Mark Keatman. Now it's the same distance back to Garrett Zacharias. And the lead is shrinking. Our RS button box is onboard camera facing forward here with Ryan Kuhn. There is your race leader. Mark Keatman out front, but it has shrunk. It is now under 1 second. There you see it, the battle for first right now. The battle for first, under 1 second. And plenty of time to go get it done. Still 60 laps left in tonight's event here for the RS Button Boxes 150 here at the virtual Martinsville Speedway. And the man who has led them all has now got to worry. Is he saving tires where Ryan Kuhn has had to work his way through the entire field to get to where he is tonight? The Sigma, number 54. Well, he's out front. We're going to let the cards lay where they are as we're already over halfway home here tonight. Battle back here is definitely with the gloves off. I've been watching it on the side monitor here, and these drivers cannot seem to get away from each other. It's Jeremy Little who runs 8th right now. He's sandwiched between the 90 of Zeems and the 60 of Zaccardo. .55 of Jeremy Little came in 10th in points, and 9th was the number 90 of Ken Zeems. So this is a battle that's not just for the 7th position on the timing and scoring. This is the battle for the 9th position in the points championship battle. Zeems had a 6-point lead over Jeremy Little coming into the evening, so just one spot would be big. As here's a battle. 71 of Zacharias down to the inside. Caden Tuss trying to go around the outside and make it work. Remember, Caden had fallen back to the 5th position at one point. He's really making Zacharias work down to the inside. They're almost 3 wide down the back straightaway. Both drivers a little wiggle happy going down into the corner. Caden able to really stretch his legs on the outside and keep that momentum down the straightaways as he's holding Zacharias very true down to the inside. And right against the curb is the 71 that time as they come out of turn 2 and down the back straightaway. Bennett is there, and here comes Ercolani. He is also now closed into this gap. We have pockets of racing all over the racetrack because we have a battle for the lead that's about to start brewing, as the lead is now down to just about 2.5 car lengths as they're looking 3 wide once again. Thomas Bennett was taking a peek. These drivers keep leaving the door open. He may just step through as you ride on board. The Johnson chassis onboard camera showing how close he can get to the 71. As he got real close, he had to check up. He's actually going to make the pass on Caden Tuss. Tuss will fall back into P number 5, putting Zacharias back to P3. Thomas Bennett back into P number 4. Here comes Mario Ercolani now with car number 41. So as that battle fizzles out, this battle is the hot spot. Right on board, Keatman trying to hold off the 72 of Ryan Kuhn. Kuhn trying a different line to see if he can diamond it off a little bit. Little lockup of the tires that time by Keatman. You can tell the pressure is getting to him as Ryan Kuhn is officially there. The New England driver versus the North Carolina driver. come by that time. They'll click off another lap. It'll be under 50 laps to go here tonight in the RS Button Boxes 150, right here from virtual Martinsville Speedway. You're watching the Big Ten Super Series here tonight. And what a good one this is shaping up to be. Mark Keatman, Ryan Kuhn, right now your top two runners. They have 6 seconds over Garrett Zacharias, Thomas Bennett, Caden Tuss back there running in the 5th. That's your top 5 running order here with under 50 laps to go here tonight. Who will knock down Ryan Kuhn? Is it going to be Keatman? Will Keatman get his entry to the next series? And there's a lot of talk about what that next series will be. Will we come back with another 10-week season here on Sunday evening? Or will we go short track hometown racing from the Concord Speedway? Talks of going either direction. Either way, us here at the Turn 3 Racing Network, we are excited for what's coming for the Big Ten Super Series. We love coming to watch some super late model racing action here Sunday evenings. Sunday really does kick off the racing week here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. It is the busiest night of racing. Everybody has to get their last race in before the actual work week starts, and they want to go walk into work on a Monday morning and say, hey, did you catch the race last night? I went from last to second here with 50 laps to go. That's exactly what Ryan Kuhn would say, and then he'd tell the rest of that story. Question being, what is going to be the rest of the story for Ryan Kuhn? He's got here, but does he need to make the move right now? Does he need to pounce on top of Mark Keatman, or can he ride for the next, say, 30 laps behind the 54? If you were in his shoes, what would you do? Would you go ahead and just try to move the 54 out of the way? Would you try to drive around him on the outside? He's been trying to set Keatman up coming off the corner to try and get a run down the straightaways. Nothing has worked. You also got to remember the 72 of Kuhn has come from the back, where Mark Keatman has not had many challengers up front here tonight at all. Jeremy Little still trying to work his way around the number 90 of Ken Zeems. Hasn't quite been able to make it happen here. He's also got the 56. Remember, that is Catalino, and he is down 1 lap to the race leaders, making his first ever start here with the Big Ten Super Series on Sunday evening. Right now, Timmy back running into the 12th spot. Nicholas Weatherby is officially done for this evening, remember. He had issues connecting here, and Josh Cole did not take to the grid tonight. Chris Vale, we do got to thank Chris out there. You see him on the timing and scoring down into the 15th position. Well, he's not out on track. What he is he is sitting in the virtual booth here right alongside us. We have the window over there. I can wave over at him. He's actually playing race control here tonight, making sure all these drivers mind their P's and Q's and nobody gets out of hand. And, well, we thank him for his continued support here with the Big Ten Super Series, keeping all these drivers in check so we can all watch here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. A great race, which they are all putting on here tonight. We've only had 3 caution flags, and right now, last time the caution flew was back on lap number 63. Closing in on 60 green flag laps here. Oh, a big slide that time down into the corner for the 54 of Keatman. Getting the pressure from the 72. As you see, the 54, he's going to come to pit road here. So Keatman going to come to pit road. Maybe not able to make it on fuel. Maybe knows the tires are just that far gone. He'll take this chance here to hit pit road. See how far, because you will go a lap down here if you come to pit road. A couple other drivers coming to pit road. Here's Zacharias, here's Tuss, here's Kenny Zeems. Cobb has come to pit road also. Ryan Kuhn has not. He did come down pit road on lap number 3, so he can stretch his fuel just a hair farther than all these other drivers. Right now, though, if you are any of the drivers down on pit road, like, say, Keatman, you don't want to see a caution flag all of a sudden fly, because that would trap him at least 1 lap down. There is Keatman. He's coming back up through the gearbox a little sideways. He'll go 2 laps down to your race leader right now, Ryan Kuhn. So he should have the fresher tires to see if he can run down your race leader and at least go back to just 1 lap down. There is one car that is 1 lap down, so that would not put Keatman into the lucky dog. You see Ryan Kuhn, he knows the 54 is faster, so he's just going to let him go right back on by. He does not want to tangle with car 54. It's a smart choice by the youngster. Looks like here comes Ercolani. He'll come to pit road for his stop. It does look like all drivers will have to make a pit stop. The driver out of Lime Rock, Maine, making his stop here this evening. Still waiting on car 72 to come to pit road. Jeremy Little just picked up a spot. Little now running P number 3 here during the green flag pit cycle. Front nose of that Chevy has seen better days. They will throw that one at the back of the race shop when he takes the Triple L Motorsports car home. Don't think that one's going to be salvageable. Both sides of that one caved in. Ercolani coming back out of pit road. He has had his service. He'll blend back into traffic. There goes the 54 of Keatman. So Mark will hold down his spot for the time being. As that 72, Ryan Kuhn still has yet to make his pit stop. The 33 of Thomas Bennett did come down on lap number 66, so he has plenty of fuel for the time being. One car up out of the groove. Not sure who that was, but there was a car up out of the groove headed into the wrong direction. As everybody looks like they're pretty well off for the time being, so I'm not quite sure who the car was that went down into the corner. And right now you can start to see the marbles really starting to build up here tonight. Take a look down there into turn number 4. You see them on the left-hand side. You see a couple of them up in turn number 1, but turn 2 is littered with them on exit. There you see them. Here comes the 90 of Ken Zeems. He has the fast time right now as he has the new tires on the number 90. Driver out of New York. A lot of New York drivers, a lot of Maine drivers in the field here tonight. Got some drivers down from North Carolina, South Carolina, the East Coast very well represented here tonight. As the 33 of Bennett is running second right now, so that is not a pass for position, but the 90 of Zeems really trying to make those fresh tires go right now. So it's Ryan Kuhn, it's Thomas Bennett, it's Jeremy Little, Matt Zaccardo, Brad Carpenter, your top 5 here running. Closing in on the end of this one here tonight. 33 of Carpenter was all sorts of out of shape in the Bob's Pet and Pond entry, that time out of turn number 4. 25 laps to go, and your race leader, Ryan Kuhn, has not come to pit road. And there he is. He's closing in on the 5th place driver of Carpenter. Carpenter is the last driver on the lead lap. Ryan trying to be very smooth. Keatman going to pick off the number 56 of Catalino. That'll put Keatman now into the lucky dog position, so that's a good spot to be in if a caution were to fly. There you see him all over the back end of the 55 of Jeremy Little. Little is running there currently in P number 3. So he'll pick Little off, and then he'll look to the front of him, and that's the 33 of Bennett. And he should be able to drive right underneath Bennett here down into the corner. 23 laps to go, and now the 54 of Mark Keatman is running in the 6th position, 1 lap down, looking to find where the leader is. Well, he is sitting about 12 seconds ahead. So Keatman would have to pick up 12 seconds in the next 22 laps just to get back onto the lead lap, unless Ryan Kuhn comes to pit road. Question being, how much fuel is Ryan Kuhn saving compared to car 54? Last time by, it was a 19.9 for Mark Keatman at the line. There you see the 88 of Caden Tuss. He has also made a pit stop, so that'll put him now one lap down to race leader Ryan Kuhn. Ryan Kuhn's last time by was a 20.54 second lap. So almost a whole second faster for fresh tires right now out there. But I don't know if these drivers, without Ryan Kuhn coming to pit road or something happening. As you see the 88 of Caden move to the inside of Carpenter. Carpenter will roll the outside of that concrete. All you want to do right now if you're Ryan Kuhn is just be steady. You don't want to come up on one of these cars on older tires like Carpenter and have him go sliding and spinning, because that would bring the caution flag out and that would bring some of your competition back into line with you. You're riding on board with Brad Carpenter right now, as he is running fifth. So a good run for Carpenter right now. An even better run, though, if your name is Ryan Kuhn. 17 laps to go here tonight at the Martinsville Speedway in the RS Button Boxes 150 for the Big Ten Super Series. Remember, Ryan Kuhn did pick up that Ryko E-Performance Pole Award here tonight. Then he took to the back of the field tonight for the Sandy Designs and Triple L Motorsports Back to Front Challenge, and he is looking like he is in a good spot with 15 laps to go. He'll dive to the inside here on number 31 of Carpenter, and Carpenter will go a lap down, so that'll put 4 drivers on the lead lap. Zaccardo, Little, Bennett, and Kuhn, your only lead lap cars now here tonight at Martinsville. Where is Keatman? There he is. Mark Keatman back there running in 6th. He led over half this race here tonight till coming to pit road. Let's take a look at the last time by, how fast everybody was last time by on the speedway. There you see it, Ryan Kuhn with a 20.7. Bennett also running a 20.7. Little with a 20.6. 21.4 there for Zaccardo. Carpenter with a 20.67 and a 20.16 there for Keatman. So times right now about a half second faster if you have those fresher tires, but the laps are continuing to count down. $11 that time by at the line. Correction, 12. 12 laps to go here tonight. Being told Ryan Kuhn does have enough fuel to go the rest of the way here tonight, so it's just about keeping his car on track and not stepping out of line or getting any damage to car 72. We're having a caution flag fly here. Ken Zeems had some problems. He has now taken car number 90 to pit road. Unfortunate for the driver out of New York. So with Ken Zeems now going to pit road and Jeremy Little having himself a really good night here tonight. Jeremy Little will most likely jump over Ken Zeems, and he has a possible chance of jumping over Mario Ercolani and Kyle Moores, who actually isn't here tonight in competition. So Little, with having a great run that he has tonight, if he can hold on to P number 3 or possibly go pick up P number 2 from Bennett, could really propel him up in the points championship standings. This is the night that you want to have if you're the driver out of Greenville, South Carolina. That Ryko E-Performance RS Button Boxes, number 55, driven by Jeremy Little. He told me to start the year off, Myrtle Beach was going to be his best chance of having a podium finish, and, well, he lied to me at Myrtle Beach, but now he showed me that he does have the speed to run towards the front of the field. But what speed he does have, he needs to gain a little bit more, because with 7 to go, the leader of one of them sideways off the corner. That was the 56 of Catalino. He was looking towards the inside wall. He was looking at a 90-degree angle towards the wall, with the front nose of that 56. He was able, though, to keep it going. He got it back under control. The caution will not come out. We will stay green flag as this time by, it's the Hi, How Are You lap. This time by at the line for Ryan Kuhn. 5 laps to go around here at Martinsville. As he'll pass the number 60 of Zaccardo, so that'll leave just Kuhn, Bennett, and Little on the lead lap here tonight. Keatman tried to pull the strategy here with car 54, and he unfortunately looks like he is going to come up short. He is running in 6th position. Leads half the race, so he's going to get the Attaboy Award here tonight for leading, trying to take down Ryan Kuhn, but it looks like for all these drivers here tonight, it looks like Ryan may go 5-4-5. 4 laps to go, though. Don't count the chickens before they hatch here, as now we get 3 to go. 3 to go, still over a mile of racing left here tonight at Martinsville. No big battles on the speedway as you are watching race leader Ryan Kuhn. He'll come by this time. He'll take popsicle sticks in the air. Ryan Kuhn, the youngster, setting a blazing trail in his iRacing career. Also getting started behind the wheel up north in a late model. From what I've read so far, having himself a good summer also. He'll come by this time, and he will see the white flag being displayed here tonight in the RS Button Boxes 150 for the Big Ten Super Series. 1 lap to go here tonight at Martinsville. Kuhn took quick time for the Reiko E-Performance Pole Award here tonight at Martinsville. Then he went to the back of the field in the Sandy Designs and Triple L Motorsports back to front challenge, and he will win tonight here at Martinsville. Ryan Kuhn will finish off tonight as your race winner. The battle for second, though, right ahead of him. It's car 33 of Thomas Bennett. It's car 55 of Jeremy Little. They are battling for the final 2 spots on the podium. Thomas Bennett will hang on and finish second here tonight at Martinsville. Jeremy Little will round down the podium. Zaccardo will finish 3rd. Carpenter was 4th. Keatman was 6th. Ercolani was 7th. Zacharias in 8th. Caden Tuss, they're going to finish off in 9th. Catalino will round out the top 10. Race winner here tonight is Ryan Kuhn, and he will win that back-to-front challenge tonight presented by Sandy Designs and Triple L Motorsports. Ryan Kuhn is going to pick it up, and, well, not many drivers say they drive from the front or from the back of the field to the front of the field after setting the quick time in qualifying. So congratulations to him. But race fans, what a race we just had here at Martinsville. We are going to take a quick step away here from the paperclip, and we're going to get some post-race interviews in here tonight with your drivers on the podium spots. Don't go anywhere as we get Ryan Kuhn, and of course, we're going to get Bennett and Little to talk to see how their nights all fared here at Martinsville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome back here, race fans, to the Martinsville Speedway here tonight for the RS Button Boxes 150 for the Big Ten Super Series, and they just went 150 laps of great short track racing action for all you race fans out there, and we do have your top 3 podium finishers here tonight to run through and hear what their thoughts were here at Martinsville Speedway. Let's start things off with the driver who finishes in the 3rd position here tonight, driver of car number 55. Man, Jeremy, you said back to start the season off, though, that it was going to be at Myrtle Beach. We were going to get to talk to you. Tonight, it's here at Martinsville. A great run for you. How did you run your way through the field here tonight to pick up 6 spots and finish 3rd?
Well, we've got 10 races on the schedule, and there's about 9 other tracks I'm better at than this one. I'd love to say it was a dominant car, but strategy sometimes wins it for you. This RS Button Boxes Super Late was as good as it could be, but I'm just no good here. Didn't think we'd get a green run to the end, but came in for tires on lap 65 with that last caution filled up. Was good to go to the end, and just kind of rode around, tried not to wreck it, and let those curbs in my night and a chance at a podium. They're tough to come by in this league, and it feels good, even though it wasn't deserved, but I'm not going to turn it down.
Well, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and I can tell you I'm not good. I just get lucky whenever I get behind the wheel, just not here at Martinsville. It's absolutely terrible. But you were able to stay inside the lead lap here tonight, as there were only 3 cars on the lead lap, Kuhn, Bennett, and yourself. What did you need, though, to go up there and get that 2nd spot away from Thomas Bennett at the end of this one?
Yeah, it was a good battle with Thomas. I could get close. I never could get underneath him, and wanted to certainly race clean. As co-owner of the league, you kind of hold yourself to a little higher standards, so didn't want to ruffle any feathers or anything, and I don't want to race like that anyway. Had a couple opportunities with some slides and slips, but it seemed like every time he did, I would try to get back on it just a little too quick and do the same thing. So decided with about 20 to go, I wasn't going to do anything crazy, just settling for that 3rd place, because again, a top 10 was a good finish at the start of the night, so I wasn't going to do anything to screw up a 3rd.
Yeah, you'll get yourself your first podium finish of the year, and you'll get yourself a whole bunch of points here tonight. You're going to jump through the point standings like a rocket ship here, but hey, great job tonight, Jeremy. Who made this all possible? Who's on the side of this 55 here tonight at Martinsville?
I've certainly got to thank RS Button Boxes. They're our title sponsor and on the car, and couldn't do this without Richie and those guys. Ryko Motorsports, again, coming on a sponsor. Johnson Chassis with a sponsorship as well and on the car, and we've got Karma Solana Spa. Couldn't do it without those guys either. Shady Design, he paints all the cars for me and does a fantastic job, and was co-sponsor for the Back to Front Challenge that Ryan will take home tonight. And then the team at Triple M Motorsports, there's about 6 or 7 of us that race different leagues and all sorts of different classes, and couldn't do it without those guys. Certainly appreciate them. And you guys at the booth, you guys do an awesome job. We appreciate that. Glad to have you on.
Well, we just do what you guys do and just make it look good, I guess. But hey, great job tonight for driver of the 55 of Jeremy Little. He will finish P number 3. A great run for him, but a better run for the driver of the number 33 of Thomas Bennett. Thomas, a great run for you here tonight at Martinsville. Congratulations on the 2nd. How did you pick up the most spots here tonight and rattle off this 2nd finishing spot?
Well, first things first, I got to apologize to the 31 of Brad. I just was able to roll the center, and I was diving the corners pretty hard, and I thought I wasn't to him, but I hit him twice, and I don't know if it was netcode or me, but if I got into him, I'd take full fault. But other than that, I mean, it was pretty smooth. I tried to do the same thing Ryan did. We both got caught up sort of in that first caution, and I came in and took fuel, and I thought I could stretch it, and then I realized, nope, I couldn't, so I stopped on that lap 60 caution, took more fuel, and took right sides, and I felt like I had the fastest car, but then I realized I didn't have enough fuel again to make it to the finish, and just basically was riding there, and Jeremy started coming on me, and I was literally looking at my fuel gauge, looking at how close he was behind me. It was just hopefully pedaling it enough to make it to the end, and it was starting to cut out coming across the line, so I saved just enough at the end there.
Well, I don't know who can save fuel like that with a car that looks like this at the end of this one. But how worried were you when you looked in the mirror with about 10 laps to go and you saw Jeremy Little sitting right there behind you?
Oh, I was definitely concerned. I was like, either he's going to get me because I run out of fuel or get me because I slip up, because, I mean, I'd used everything up, and I was letting off at the start-finish line in the middle of the back straightaway, and I was just waiting for him to come and get me. But it was basically a race against him, against my fuel gauge, and thankfully my fuel gauge won. If I had one more lap there, I would have run out and probably lost more than just one spot.
Well, you had just enough to finish this one off here tonight, though. Who made this all possible back in New England helping you out?
Oh, like I said before, my mom and dad got me into racing, so first things first to thank them. But other than that, I'm unsponsored. I got TCB Motorsports. That's my race team. We got the car together, and I got to thank also the 88 at Caden. He threw it back from my old school paint scheme, so I got to thank him, and that's really it. Thank you guys for putting the show on. Thank you to Jeremy for creating the league, and ready for next week.
There you heard it from the guy that finishes second here tonight. He was picked up the most spots also tonight. He picked up 10 officially. But there's one driver that seems, well, if you look at the book, it's not going to say that he picked up any spots, but we know he went to the back and came all the way to the front to pick up that challenge here tonight. And Ryan, you sit in victory lane. You are 5 for 5. How does it feel here at Martinsville?
Yeah, got a little lucky there at the end. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, but yeah, definitely a lot of luck played in our hands. Pitted on that first lap because we thought I had damage, had a little bit of different nose damage, and filled her up in the pits. So, and luckily got some cautions. If we didn't get that caution around lap 60 something, I probably wouldn't have made it to the end.
So you were able just to save enough fuel to make it here tonight. Talk about how challenging it is. The field 13 cars strong here tonight to take the starting lineup. 14 cars did qualify. 13 took the grid to come through. It's Martinsville. It's not the biggest track, and it's a very technical track with other drivers out there.
Yeah, with the way iRacing's put us in a box, unfortunately, with this tire model, and the way this tire model works, it's really not as realistic as it should be. But, like I said, iRacing puts us in a box. We're in that box, and we're trying to get everything we can with this tire model. It is literally impossible to pass. It does not matter how much faster you are. You could be 3/10 quicker and still can't pass. But, it's unfortunate that iRacing puts us in this box. I really wish this V6 tire was back. But, I'm having fun with this car, though. It's definitely a challenge, but, it's all part of learning. I'm still learning. I'm sure that's hard to believe, but I'm still learning. A lot of the good guys are still learning, but, it's a huge challenge with this car.
Well, it's a challenge for you, and you took that challenge tonight here at Martinsville, and you pretty much put it on the table and said, all right, what do you got now? But now, Martinsville's in the books. Rockingham. It's bumpy. It's fast. What do you got next week?
I love that place. That's all I can say. I love that place.
Short, sweet, to the point. Well, Ryan, congratulations here tonight. And, of course, picking up that little bit of a bonus there from Shady Designs and the Triple L Motorsports group. Who do you got to thank here tonight?
I'd like to thank Bernier's Liquors, our primary sponsor, RKM Setup Shop, Cookie Driver Development Program, Everett's Auto Parts, Modern Auto Body, Coastal Heritage Bank, Bill's Tire Barn, Studio 10, Devin Landry for putting the scheme together last week, you guys in the booth, Jeremy for putting this whole thing on, and all the sponsors that put this on. This is a huge league, and hopefully next season will be even bigger.
Well, there you hear it from your winner tonight. It is Ryan Kuhn. He will go from taking the Ryko E-Performance Pole Award to starting shotgun to the field, coming through the field here tonight after getting wrapped up in a lap one, little bit of an incident. And he wins tonight here for the RS Button Boxes 150 at the Martinsville Speedway. What a night it has been here at the Paperclip at Martinsville. Next week, we head to the Rockingham Speedway. It's the Rock, baby, and that track is tough. You want to talk about bumps, banking, and hard racing action, you're going to be able to catch it all right here next Sunday evening here on the Turn 3 Racing Network when the RS Button Boxes Big Ten Super Series takes back to the Speedway. But until we see you next time, race fans, we hope you all enjoyed the show here tonight from the Martinsville Speedway where Ryan Kuhn wins for the Big Ten Super Series.